Hey you guys, Coach Liz here. All right, I wanted to hop on and just talk a little bit about something exciting in your health journey, the after the weight loss phase. And it is element 15, how to eat healthy for life. Because I know that you're not going to all this work, getting healthy, changing how you're eating to lose weight, and then go back to the old habits and gain it all back. Nobody wants that. So this element in your life book really goes over some tools and some tips on how to eat healthy for life so that you can continue to move forward with your health goals. Check out this element. There's so many helpful resources in here. Dr. Anderson goes over the glycemic index, what foods you should eat most often, what things will spike your blood sugar more, and how to pair those to keep that more balanced. He also talks about the 9-inch plate. So I wanted to go over that with you. That's something that you can start right now. Getting in the habit of eating on a smaller plate because if your plate is full, it tricks your brain to think that you're eating more. You're going to feel more satisfied. So I love a 9-inch plate. This is a blue plate. Blue actually is very relaxing to the brain. It doesn't make you want to eat more. Like a fast food restaurant is always going to use red and yellow. Those colors do something to your brain that make you want to eat more, make you feel hungrier. A blue plate makes you the opposite, makes you feel more calm. So a white plate's fine too, but a smaller plate is great. And when you fix your plate, just being mindful of what you put on your plate. So whether you're just sitting down to dish up your dinner or you're going to like a buffet or a potluck, look over your choices and think, how am I going to fix my plate? Half of your plate should be of vegetables. Sometimes that might be a little bit of fruit, but usually vegetables, something that's fiber rich, vegetables. So get in the habit of half of your plate being vegetables. And if you're doing the 5-in-1, you get a cup and a half of veggies. That's going to fill about half your plate. Then you have a quarter of your plate of a lean protein. And on the program, we're learning the best options for protein. Those are things that we want to eat most often, those healthy choices. And we get an idea of how much we need when we're having protein. So I love that practice that we have. And then this quarter of a plate is going to be for your healthy carb as you transition into that next phase. And we're going to learn which options of carbohydrates are healthiest as far as whole grains, things that will spike your blood sugar less, like sourdough bread or rye bread, things like that. But I like that you have that option of having a quarter of your plate for, whatever you want there for your healthy carb. And so as you fix your plate, you can feel very satisfied that you're getting a good balance. And if it happens that you eat, slowly and mindfully and you're still hungry, I always say go back for those things that are lean and green, vegetables and protein, eating those, filling up on those first. So that's your 9-inch plate. My challenge for you is to incorporate your 9-inch plate, even a 9-inch paper plate works great. Or if you only have access to the bigger plates, just make sure you don't ever put food out on the side. The middle of a big plate is usually 9 inches also. So that's something that you can start practicing right now. And then as you move to this next phase of your health journey, eating healthy for life, all the things that we learn during the weight loss phase with the program incorporate into your healthy lifestyle. That's what I love about it. That's why even if you don't have much to lose, I like having that structured plan just to get you in those habits. It's kind of like your training wheels. You're learning what vegetables, what protein, how much to eat, all of those basics that are going to help you for the rest of your life. So that's just good training to move you into that next phase. And then, of course, remembering the high five. The high five that we talk about so much during the weight loss phase is the same habits that are going to keep us moving forward in our healthy journey. So making sure we're not drinking our calories, we're getting plenty of water, the balanced nutrition that we talk about, also getting your sleep, getting some exercise, and being mindful. So learning to manage your stress, learning to be aware of emotional eating. And then the center part of the hand, I would say that is healthy community, making sure that you're surrounding yourself with like-minded people that are helping you move forward. That is your high five of health that's going to help you not just lose the weight, but keep it off long term. Now, a couple tips that I would add as I've practiced this healthy eating for life is to really be mindful of your weaknesses. For me, it's sugar. And so I know that just like if I were an alcoholic, I wouldn't want to stock my house with alcohol. Keeping your home a safe place. So I don't bring in sweets or treats that would be tempting for me when I'm super stressed or tired or emotional, because those are the things that I'm going to eat most often, things that I bring into my home. So being very picky about what you bring into your home is very key. So I don't keep sweets around. I still eat sweets sometime very mindfully, but I don't make it easy to access for when I have a trigger and am looking for something quick. So just know your limits there. Also, have a focus. I already know about how many calories I need. So once you get to your healthy weight, we'll transition and figure out how many calories you need to maintain your weight loss. I think it's a great idea to track your calories for a while after you hit that goal, just so you can see about how much you need, what that looks like, that you are conscious because consciousness is key, like just knowing, having the knowledge of what you need. And then as far as what I choose is I really focus on protein. I try to get at least 100 to 140 grams of protein a day. 100 is like my minimum that I kind of keep tally in my head how much protein I've had. That's really the main focus I look for every time I eat is what protein am I going to eat this meal or this snack. So protein is number one. I get really good at getting my protein in. And then the second thing is fiber. Fiber is so important for your long-term health, for your metabolism, for your blood sugar. Fiber is going to come from fruits and vegetables and some whole grains, things like that. And so for me, I set a goal of eating vegetables twice a day. That really helps me to eat more vegetables, be mindful to get those in. So um, once you know about how many calories you need, then you can have a focus like um, getting really good at getting your protein and your fiber. So you'll talk with your coach about what your focus will be that will keep moving you forward. But I love element 15 about eating healthy for life. There's so many great tips in there. Look that over. Even if you're still in the weight loss phase, look it over so you can see what this next phase looks like. So you can be prepared to know a little bit about what will come next and some of the things that you're learning and practicing right now during the weight loss phase, how those will apply to the rest of your life to live a long-term healthy lifestyle. All right, have a good week.